Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about blackjack, and I'm about to expose a harsh truth that most gambling YouTubers won't tell you. You've probably seen videos claiming 75% win rates or 99% win rates in blackjack, even guaranteed winning systems. Well, I'm here to tell you the mathematically proven reality. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to play blackjack the right way and how to spot scams when you see them. Let's start with the biggest lie in gambling, the 75% win rate claim. I did my research, and here's what I found. There is no legitimate blackjack strategy that gives you a 75% win rate. Not basic strategy, not card counting, not the martingale system, nothing. Here's the reality. Even with perfect play, you'll still lose around 45% of your hands. That's right, less than half of all hands are winners, even when you're playing optimally. Cite basic strategy win rate from research. So why do these videos exist? Simple, they're clickbait. A viral video claiming 99.8% win rate got over 200K views, and professional blackjack player apprenticeship had to debunk it because it was luring people into traps. These are deceptive marketing tactics from gambling websites. So what is the best blackjack strategy? It's called basic strategy, and this is the mathematically proven optimal way to play every single hand based on your cards and the dealer's up card. This isn't opinion. This isn't what I think works. This was calculated by mathematicians using computer simulations of millions of hands. It's the absolute best you can do without counting cards. Without basic strategy, the house edge is around 2 to 4%. That means for every $100 you bet, the casino expects to keep $2 to $4 on average. That might not sound like much, but it adds up fast. Play for an hour hitting and standing randomly, and you could easily lose $50 to $100. With basic strategy, you drop that house edge to just 0.5%, the lowest house edge of any casino game besides some specific poker variants. For every $100 you bet, the casino only expects to keep 50 cents. You're not guaranteed to win, nobody is, but you're playing with the best possible odds the game offers. Let me break down the key rules in detail, because this is where most players mess up. First, pairs, splitting. Always split aces and eights. Here's why. Aces are powerful because they can be 1 or 11. When you split them, you get 2 chances to hit blackjack, which pays 3:2. Even if you don't get blackjack, you're starting with an 11, which is a great doubling opportunity. Now eights? You're holding 16, which is the worst hand in blackjack. You're likely to bust if you hit, and you'll likely lose if you stand. But if you split them, you get 2 hands starting with 8. That's way better than one terrible 16. Never split 5s or 10s. This is where beginners make massive mistakes. If you have 2 5s, you have 10. That's a perfect doubling down hand, not a splitting hand. Splitting 5s gives you 2 hands starting with 5, which is terrible. Same with 10s, you have 20, which is an almost guaranteed winning hand. Why would you break up 20? You wouldn't. Double down on 10s instead if the dealer is weak. Split 2s, 3s, and 7s when the dealer shows 2 to 7. The dealer has a weak up card here, meaning they're more likely to bust. When the dealer is weak, you want to give yourself more hands to capitalize on their bust. But if the dealer shows 8 or higher, don't split these, the dealer is too strong, and you're better off playing one hand. Split 9s when dealer shows 2 to 6 or 8 to 9, but not 7. You have 18, which is good, but not great. If the dealer shows 2 to 6, they're weak and might bust, so split to give yourself 2 chances. If they show 8 to 9, they're strong, but you can still win with 2 9s. But if they show 7, don't split, just stand on your 18. It's good enough against a 7. Second, doubling down. Double hard 11 against any dealer card. This is the most powerful doubling hand. You have 11, which means you'll get a 10 value card about 30% of the time, giving you 21. Even if you don't get a 10, you're likely to end up with 17 to 20, which beats most dealer hands. This is a no-brainer. Double hard 10 against dealer 2 to 9. You're starting with 10, so you need a 10 or face card to get 20. But even if you don't, you're likely to end up with 17 to 19. When the dealer shows 2 to 9, they're weak enough that doubling is profitable. Don't double against 10 or ace, too risky. Double hard 9 against dealer 3 to 6. You need a 10 to get 19 or a 3 to 6 to get 12 to 15. Wait, that doesn't sound good. But here's the math. The dealer is weak with 3 to 6, meaning they're likely to bust. If they bust, you win even with a mediocre hand. So you double because the odds favor you in the long run. Double soft hands, ace plus card, against dealer 4 to 6. Soft hands are tricky because the ace can be 1 or 11, so you can't bust by hitting. Soft 13 to 14, ace, 2, ace, 3 double against 5 to 6. Soft 15 to 16, ace, 4, ace, 5 double against 4 to 6. Soft 17 to 18, ace, 6, ace, 7 double against 3 to 6. The dealer is weak, and you have room to improve without busting. Third, hit or stand. Always stand on hard 17 or higher. This is non-negotiable. If you hit on 17, you'll bust about 69% of the time. That's insane. Even if the dealer shows an ace, you still stand. The math is clear. Always hit soft 17 or lower. Soft hands can't bust on one hit because the ace can become 1. Soft 17, ace, 6, hit. Soft 13, ace, 2, hit. You have room to improve, so take it. On hard 12 to 16, stand only when dealer shows 2 to 6. This is where most players get confused. You have 14, dealer shows 6. You hit? You bust. You stand? The dealer might bust too. Here's the key. When the dealer shows 2 to 6, they're in the bust zone. They have to hit until 17, and with a 6 showing, they're likely to go over. So you stand and let them bust. But if dealer shows 7 or higher, they're strong, so you have to hit and hope you don't bust. Never hit hard 17 plus. I already said this, but it's worth repeating. If you hit 17, you're essentially throwing money away. Fourth, surrender, if available. Surrender hard 16 against dealer 9, 10, or ace. This is the worst hand in blackjack. You're going to lose about 70% of the time. Surrendering lets you lose only half your bet instead of the full amount. That's a 20% savings in the long run. Surrender hard 15 against dealer 10. Same logic, you're in terrible shape. Surrender is better than playing it out. Note, not all casinos offer surrender, and some only offer late surrender. If it's available, use it. These are mathematically correct plays. And here's the golden rule: never take insurance. Insurance is a side bet that pays 2:1 if the dealer has blackjack. It looks harmless. What's the worst that could happen? But here's the math. The dealer has a 10 value card about 30% of the time. Insurance requires the dealer to have blackjack 33% of the time to break even. That means you're losing money on every insurance bet you make. The casino knows this, which is why they offer it. It's the worst bet at the table, second only to some slot machines. Never take insurance, even if you're counting cards, unless the count is extremely high. Now, if you've mastered basic strategy and want to go further, there's card counting. This is legal, but casinos don't like it. The most common system is high-low. Cards 2-6 is equal to +1. Cards 7-9 is equal to 0. Cards 10 ace equals -1. You keep a running count. When it's positive, there are more high cards left in the deck, which favors you. That's when you increase your bet. The result? You gain about a 1% player advantage over the casino. Sounds small, but professional blackjack teams have made millions using this. But here's the catch. You still only win about 45% of your hands. Card counting doesn't make you win more hands. It makes you bet more when the odds are in your favor and less when they're not. Before you even sit down, you need to pick the right table. This matters more than most people realize. Do play at tables with 3 out of 2 blackjack payout. This is critical. Dealer stands on soft 17. Surrender option available. Fewer decks, 1 or 2 is best. Never play at tables with. 6 out of 5 blackjack payout. This is a shakedown game that destroys your edge. Continuous shufflers. Dealer hits soft 17. That 6 out of 5 payout sounds innocent, but it increases the house edge by 1.4%. That's huge. It basically cancels out everything basic strategy gives you. Here's where most players fail. They don't manage their money. 3 rules. Never chase losses. If you're down, don't double up to win it back. Set a loss limit before you sit down and stick to it. Bet sizing. Your typical bet should be 1 to 2% of your total bankroll. The martingale system, where you double after every loss, looks great on paper. But in reality, it will bankrupt you. 1 bad streak and you're out of money. Casinos love this system because it works against you. So let's recap the truth. 75% win rates are impossible. Anyone claiming this is lying. Basic strategy is the foundation. Master it first. Card counting gives 1% edge, but still only 45% win rate. Table selection matters. Avoid 6:5 payout tables. Bankroll management is critical. Don't chase losses. The beauty of blackjack is that it's one of the only casino games where skilled players can actually gain an edge. But it requires discipline, practice, and honesty about what's possible. If you found this helpful, smash that like button. It helps the channel a ton. Subscribe for more honest gambling content and drop a comment below. What gambling strategy should I cover next? Roulette? Poker? Craps? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.